All right, let's talk fundraising. If you're a founder, you know that word can sound, well, pretty daunting. But what if we looked at it a different way? I mean, let's forget this idea of begging for cash. We're going to reframe the whole thing. Think of it more like a strategic hunt for the perfect partner. Sound better? Good. Let's get into it.
First things first, we gotta get our mindset right. The goal isn't just to get a check, cash it, and move on. No, that is a classic rookie mistake. Thinking of this as just a simple transaction completely misses the whole point.
Because what you're really doing here is going on a hunt. You are the hunter. You're out there actively searching for a partner who's going to jump into the trenches with you, who believes in your vision, and who's going to help you navigate the crazy journey of building a company. It's active, it's tactical, and it puts you right in the driver's seat.
And that brings us to the big question, the one that's at the very heart of this hunt. How in the world do you find the investors that are the perfect fit for your specific company at this specific moment? Well, that's exactly what we're about to break down.
You know, any good hunt starts with understanding the landscape, right? You got to know your target. And the investor universe, well, it's huge and it's diverse. There are all these different species of capital out there. So let's map it out.
First up, we've got angel investors. Now, these are individuals, actual people, putting their own money on the line. And because it's their personal cash, the relationship can get pretty personal too. A lot of them are former entrepreneurs, so they can offer some incredible mentorship, not just a check.
Then you have the big game, venture capital firms, or VCs. These aren't individuals, they're institutions. They're managing huge pools of other people's money. And their one and only goal is to find companies that can just explode with growth, because they're looking for a massive return and a clear exit plan.
And you can't forget about corporate investors. This is when a big, established company invests in your startup. The key thing to remember here is that they bring so much more than money. They're bringing strategic value, things like access to their market, their distribution channels, or hey, even the possibility of getting acquired down the road. So this table kind of puts it all into perspective, right? You can see it all laid out, but here's the column I really want you to focus on, primary goal. It tells you everything you need to know about their motivation. An angel? They want a great return on their personal cash. A VC? They need massive growth and a way to cash out. And a corporate investor? They're playing a totally different game, looking for a strategic advantage. I mean, knowing this stuff, this is how you figure out who to even talk to in the first place.
Okay, so now you know the different types of investors that are out there. The big question is, how do you sort through the thousands of options to find that small handful that are actually right for you? It's time to zero in.
If there's one word you remember from all of this, let it be this one: alignment. It's everything. A misaligned investor isn't just a bad fit, they can become a huge roadblock to your growth. But a great partnership? That's like strapping a booster rocket to your company.
And this is basically your alignment checklist. I mean, do they even understand your industry? Are they active in your part of the world? And this one's huge. Can they actually write the size of check you need? There's absolutely no point in pitching a seed stage fund if you're trying to raise a Series B.
This chart really helps visualize what you should be thinking about. Yeah, of course, funding capacity is highly important. You have to get the capital. But look at what's right up there with it: strategic value. The right investor brings a network. They bring expertise. They bring partnerships that could honestly be worth way more than the cash itself.
All right, you've mapped the universe, you've made your target list. Now for the fun part. Let's get into the next phase, building an engagement strategy to actually go out and make contact.
Okay, so this breaks it down into a super clear 5-step roadmap. It's not magic, it's a process. But I gotta point out, step 3, initiate contact through warm introductions. Seriously, this is everything. A cold email is, well, it's cold. It'll probably get lost. But a referral from someone they trust, that puts you right at the top of the pile. It's proof that your network is probably your single best weapon in this entire hunt.
And just be prepared for this to take time. This timeline here gives you a pretty realistic look. From that first contact to actually having money in the bank, yeah, that can easily take 3 months, maybe more. Fundraising is a marathon, it is not a sprint. Managing your own expectations is absolutely crucial.
So let's fast forward. You've done it. The term sheet is signed, the money is wired. Is the hunt over? Oh, not even close. Actually, the most important part of this whole journey is just getting started.
Because you gotta remember, this whole hunt, it was never about bagging as much game as you possibly could. It was always about finding the one perfect partner to come along with you on this journey. That handshake, that signed paper,
That's the start of a relationship that's going to last for years. This person, this firm, they're on your board now. They're your new strategic partner. You're going to be building and struggling and hopefully winning together for a long, long time. And that's why the hunt was so darn important.
So as we start to wrap this up, here's your final checklist, your homework, if you will. Have you identified your top 3 most aligned targets? Is your funding goal crystal clear? Do you understand the risks involved, and do you have a target close date in mind? Think of this as your action plan.
And I just want to leave you with this one final thought, because it really captures everything we've talked about today. The hunt isn't for a check. It's for a partner. It's for an ally. So, as you get ready for your own fundraising journey, you just have to ask yourself one question. Who do you want in the boat with you when the storm inevitably hits? Good luck on the hunt.